In this video, you'll learn how to do something that can only be done on a scroll saw, interior compound cuts. I'll give you the source for the pattern and the directions. You'll need stock that is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches square and 6 inches long. I used red oak and attached the pattern to blue painter's tape using spray adhesive. I made the pilot holes on a drill press, but you can use a hand drill if you don't have a drill press. I chose a 1/8 inch drill bit for a couple of reasons. The first was that the spacing was far enough apart that the 1/8 drill bit would fit. The second was that any drill bits I have that are smaller diameter aren't long enough to go all the way through 1.5 inch thick material. This is one of those places where a lighted magnifier comes in handy, and the blower keeping sawdust off the cut line is indispensable as well. I usually have to adjust the blower several times during the course of a project. This is definitely not a beginner project. You're working with thick material, they're all interior cuts, and many of the cuts are odd shapes. For 90-degree turns, cut until you get to the corner, then back the blade slightly, pivot 90 degrees, then start cutting again. Now you can leave that waste in there, or you can remove it. I choose to remove it. It's going to be somewhat in the way, I think, if you don't. And cutting the second side is obviously going to be a whole lot easier because there's not going to be much material in the way. I think I got it all. Yeah. All right, that's the first side. I'm going to take a break for lunch and then come back and do the second, which should be a lot easier because there's could be a whole lot less material in every one of those cuts. What this looks like when it's done. Alright, that's the last cut. Now what I need to do is to peel off the tape. There it is. Once again, I would not consider this a beginner project. I would consider this more of an intermediate. And I've seen some pretty interesting things done with compound cuts. Animals and Christmas tree ornaments, things like that. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to put a spray polyurethane finish on and I'll show you what it looks like after the finish.